You're on Facebook.
Okay. I gotta put on so I can see the comments. How is everybody? Say hello. Tap in. Say hi. Turn this down. I'm frozen on my iPad.
Okay, so
No. Is anybody? Oh, there they are. People are popping on. I just won't be able to use mine. That's all. Ah, there we are.
you're on both Facebook and
Yay! 2 places at once. Yay! Never know how it always is a good thing. Hi, Barb. Hi. Oh my gosh. Hi, everybody. I'm so excited. I hope the text thing is working out, right? I think that is going to be super slick. We get everybody on board with the texting. And let's make sure the microphone's on. I know everybody's so busy, right? We just can't get to anything and remember all the dates and times, myself included. Says, I don't know why you're not doing this through the web page like you do the classes. With the live classes will be on the web page. Just the unboxing we do live on Facebook and YouTube. That's all. The live classes will be inside Amy Sews, and so that's kind of where we're getting at. Hello, North Carolina. All right, so what are you texting stop for, Diana? You want to get out of the text messaging? Yes, if you want out of the text messaging, you just text me stop, and it all goes away. We use a program that is FCC compliant, and it's automatic. I'm not going to mess with you. Yeah, so you need to make sure you text the number I texted you at, if that's what we want to do. Hello, Lynn. Beautiful West Virginia. We'll get Texas in the house. I love this. People from everywhere. We'll wait another second. It's going to be a fun box. And Myrna. Yes, it's going to be a fun box, a fun class. I got all kinds of things dinging here. Hold on. Can't find either page. So let me just give her a quick text back here. What are we doing? We're doing scan and cut. I forget what I'm doing half the time. Okay, perfect. Dale's in Florida hanging out. I know. But you know what? It was 60 degrees today here in outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'll take that any day. It's going to be nice tomorrow. We haven't even had a big snow yet. That's what's so weird about everything. No big snow. All right, well, we got 62 people on board, so let's go ahead and get started. Are you excited? Are we ready? I know some of you already opened your boxes, so I'm going to open the box. They make a sealed one for me. Okay, maybe I should have had a knife cutter. Safety tape. I hope both of you got your boxes. If you didn't, there's a tracking number for everyone in every box. All right, so here we go. You know what? Let's do it this way. So here is our box. Junk out of the way. Let's open it up. Now the little affirmation card that we were taping inside the lid, some of you have been saving it and said that it was too hard to get off the lid. So we're just going to lay it on top of the box. Brenda did not get her box. All right, we're looking into a Bonnie girl.
Who?
Brenda Sadler didn't get her box. All right, so you have your little information here, and it says, do not seek perfection, but progress. And view my mistakes as a sign of exploration and growth. That's true, especially with the scan and cut. And we'll open up our tissue, and voila, it's pressure sensitive vinyl day. So inside, everybody may have some different colors, by the way, that kind of works with some other things in your box. So you have 3 colors of pressure sensitive vinyl. And you have one piece that is the transfer sheet. So you need to have the transfer sheet. So the transfer sheet is the only way you can pick up the vinyl pieces that you've cut. And you have a baggie with 2 acrylic keychains and 2 tassels. And that's why your colors may be different. So we can kind of coordinate them with your tassels. We tried to be matchy. And then you have your worksheet to kind of do some things. And here's the fun thing. Ta-da! This was a super fun thing to put in your box. Are you ready? Look at that. That is crystally beautiful. Your favorite color. Well, you know what, Leah? Yours may be different. Yours may be different. So here, when I go to a manufacturer, and what these are, by the way, it's not a pen. When you push this out, there's like a needle on the end of it. And I would tell you, everybody in the entire store went like that, and we all bled. They are really, really pointy. It's a weeding pen. It's going to help us weed real tiny letters and poke holes and little bubbles. So it's I kind of went upscale on us for the weeding pen. But there's pink, there's royal blue. Let's see what other colors we have. Look, this one is rose gold. That is a pale pink. Yes, and the reason I really wanted turquoise for everybody, but the reason that we had to switch it up was because when you ask a manufacturer for 500 or something, they kind of have a stroke. And look at this one. Wow, look at that. Let's see, that's kind of a rainbowy color. Oh, that's another rainbow. And there's the turquoise. So they are all different. And, everybody's going to have a little different color. Mimi got a pink one. So these are super fun. Oh, I just dropped the pieces and parts. You have 2 acrylic keychains, 2 little tassels, and then 2 hanging gizmos, right? And when we get into the class, we'll these little pieces pull off, but you have those in your box as well. So these are what we're going to do in class. We're going to do layered pressure sensitive vinyl. And that's the one Nancy did with her name on it. And that's the one for my yacht. Ed just doesn't know it yet. just in case. Put that little hint. Ed and Zach have a, what do you want to call it? How big's your boat, Ed? 15 feet. Painted camouflage for Zach's duck hunting. He's a waterfowl hunter. So I know, hello, everybody's popping on. There's 81 of us. Woo-hoo! Yes, Miss Joanne Banco, they are fancy smancy because you know what? It's because I'm extra. There's not a basic thing about me. Maybe the white t-shirt's basic, but that's the way it is. So to do class, right? And I know we have a whole spectrum with the scan and cut group, from like I've never touched it to oh my gosh, I've done 1,000 things. So you're going to need a couple simple items for the class, right? So you have if you now you have a fancy weeding pen now, right? And so this is what we normally would weed with, this kind of hooked tool. And sometimes the hook is just not fine enough to get what we need to use. And if you want to build your keychain, you're going to need a little pair of pliers. You're going to need a little scraper. If not, grab a credit card. That works out really well too. So that you're going to need that, something just to kind of help rub the vinyl on. And of course, you have your sheets that are in your box to do as well. Now, those of you with the CM series, and that is the navy blue one in the very front, and you have the turquoise and the purple blades, you're going to be using a turquoise blade, okay? Those of you with the DX model, which is the one behind it with, look at that scan and cut sign brother sent me. How pretty is that? I know. Yes, so those of you that have the DX models, the automatic models, you're going to be using your tan blade. However, if you wish to be extra, like I am, there is a new vinyl kit out. It is for doing fine vinyl work, and it is powder blue. Got so much junk down here. So that's the vinyl kit, right? They're $59, I believe. You get designs and the holder, but the holder is powder blue, so you can't get them confused, because what we're cutting here is so thin, like super thin. So let's see the picture. I don't know. It was supposed to put a link in if you wanted to buy one. They're $59. You have to go to amybachman.com. I think I have 4 or 6 of them in stock. Like everything else, the scan and cut stuff is comes and goes. And those dang rotary blades, where are they? I need them. I need them. Oh, it did put it up there. Look at that. There's the link if you need to buy one. And we're just going to free shipping. We're just going to ship them to you if you want them. The next class is the 21st. They may or may not make it, but you have your tan blade. Okay. I'm sorry, that's the blue. And you have your tan blade that came with all of them. And again, if you have the CM models, you're going to be using your turquoise blade. So you don't need any like huge supplies. I'm going to show you the dry method of layering vinyl, the wet method of applying vinyl. So if you want to do something larger, we're going to, besides, excuse me for digging here. I knew that would happen the minute. Oh, there we go. So we're going to teach you how to measure, how to scan, how to trace. The Canvas class is already done. It's not uploaded yet, but we're going to show you how to measure something, how to layer something, how to trace something, how to get a perfect circle with your scan and cut, with your built-in shapes. So the download that will be available right after the live class will include all the pieces and parts. Most of them are done, but I did include the graphics and that kind of stuff so you can trace and learn to do that on your own. So this is another, Nancy did this little vinyl like votive holder from the dollar store. So this is Oracle or Oracal, depending on how you say it. It is the 651, which is the sign vinyl, which is good for outdoors, which is good for your mailbox. It's good for the window of your car. It's good for glassware. It's not really dishwasher safe, but you can, of course, just hand wash, that kind of thing. So that's what we're working with. And just a little, like you can buy vinyl even at the dollar store, or the $1.25 store, whatever it is now. That so you get as much out of your vinyl as you put into your vinyl. I do Oracal only, and I do Caesar only. I can't get the Cricut vinyl and the Silhouette vinyl, and I'm ashamed to say this, I'm not even a fan of the Brother vinyl. If I'm going to put this much work and effort into it, I really want this to be well done and stay forever, right? This is also the same vinyl that Nancy, and I think it's something Nancy did. You can do glass etching and you can use that vinyl as a template. The other file I included, for those of you, I know you guys got a lot of side hustles. I am so sorry for my phone dinging. You guys have a lot of side hustles. I've included the little carrier so you can do a display if you want to hang them up, if you're selling them at a craft. Oh, please don't tell me it says mirror image. If your little worksheet says mirror image, this is the wrong vinyl. So just scratch that off because we're not mirror imaging. Very good catch. Who was that just said that? Cheryl. Yes, and my hugest apologies. I will make sure I correct that on the download as well. Joanne asked a question. Have you ever put heat transfer vinyl on ripstop nylon? You can do it. You're just going to, the temperature has to be 360 degrees, I believe, for heat transfer vinyl, which is a super hot iron. I would put a Teflon press sheet down and I would try a little sample, but I think you could get away with it. Just support the back so it draws the heat all the way through without making the vinyl overheat, and always warm your fabric first. If you're doing heat transfer vinyl, if it's a shirt or a garment or a table run or whatever, just warm your fabric first, put your vinyl down, and then do your hard press. All right. Well, Waco, Texas. Let's see, Reen, anybody else got any questions out there? Let's see, Dee has a question. See, the vinyl blade is really nice. Used mine today for some names on a shadow box. That's terrific, Dee. Yes, the blue, you need a magnifying glass to see the difference, but the blue vinyl blade is so thin. It's amazing because we're not cutting all the way through something. We're doing what we call a kiss cut. So we're leaving the paper carrier sheet behind. And so that is what we're doing. The text app is working. I can say that much. Everybody's chiming in with what we got going on. So let's see. Having trouble. Oh, 1 minute I'm here and the next minute I'm gone. It could be just the way it's streaming on your end. I don't know if I have two devices going and we're all kind of going pretty good. So let's see what else we have going on. Anybody have any other questions or concerns? So we're going to stick to the Tuesdays for classes. And so some of you know that I'm teaching on a cruise, back-to-back cruises. So we're starting January 21st and then going through February 2nd or 3rd, something like that. Anyhow, there are spaces on the cruise. So if you go to amybachman.com, you can hop on the cruise ship. We have a couple openings, and I'm taking scan and cuts with us. So we're going to be doing scan and cuts. We're going to be making some fun things. There's another lady that's coming from California that does garment sewing. So we're going to have some fun embroidery, scan and cut. So yes. Oh, good. Oh, thank you. Yes. So where do you get the download? So the download isn't ready yet. So after the live class on the 21st at 6 p.m. Eastern, you go to Amy Sews, you log in, you click on the scan and cut box, you click on the December class, and everything will be there for you to download and watch the recorded classes. So if the live class is too chaotic, and sometimes they are, the recorded class, you can just kind of watch at your own pace. You don't have to keep up or anything along those lines. The brayer. A brayer is this guy right here. Hopefully I don't fall off my chair, and I've done that before. So this is like a pastry roller, right? Similar to like a brayer that rolls. And if you get talked into a Pampered Chef party and you have to buy something, this is what I buy. Use it. But this is like a scraper, kind of like a little rubber edge thing. If you don't have one, a credit card works too. or like an old hotel key or something along those lines work. What time? It's always 6 o'clock Eastern, 6 p.m. Eastern, right? And there's a rumor out there that I'm going to be doing something New Year's Eve. So keep your eyes peeled for that. We're going to do that. How do we get the download? You mentioned, so the download will be after. The fine blade, the blue blade is only for the DX models, unfortunately. And I have no idea what Brother does from 1 minute to the next, right? You would think as a dealer I'd have a clue, but I don't. So I don't know that we're going to see anything else for the CM models. I think they're done. They just released 2 new scan and cuts that communicate with the luminaire. And I'm going to be posting a video on that. It'll just be a freebie kind of out there in the universe, how the scan and cut talks to your luminaire and how super cool that is if you have a Brother luminaire. Let's see. Anybody else got any questions? Oh, there's 99 of us. Oh, let's break 100. Come on. Somebody else. That's it. So the vinyl, you're going to find a ton of uses for this. You can put a sign on anything, you know, your storm door, your mailbox, your car. So the walls, I would not put the Oracal 651 on my walls, on my living room walls, if you ever want to take it back off again, right? You can get a less expensive vinyl for that because you may not want that saying on your wall the rest of your life. So just be cautious of that. Putting that on your walls, especially, I wouldn't do it if you don't own your home or rent, you know, if you just rent. And make sure your drywall is very, very well primed and painted, or it will never, ever come off. Oh, did we make it? A couple people popped off. Oh, well. How does PSV different from regular adhesive vinyl? So pressure sensitive vinyl, which is PSV, which we're going to be playing with in the box. Adhesive vinyl doesn't have the, so I'm going to say dots per inch, right? Like when we talk about a pixelated thing, the adhesive is different and it's formulated different. So it's water resistant, like some pressure sensitive vinyls, like you can get from your walls temporary. Let's say like a contact paper is water, doesn't have, the water will dilute the glue. That's the big thing there. So, and especially if you are doing a glass etching like this, you definitely want the 651, the Oracal. Okay, let's see. It says, purchased my braid at Hobby Lobby, got one in the art department. It was way cheaper than getting the Brother one. Mine was $6. I know, I have to tell you, I love Brother and I love everything about them, but some things are just too much. You know, it is what it is. I'm going to give you some workarounds too on, so if the transfer sheets, this is what peels off and it's clear, so you can line everything up when we do the layering of the vinyl. Lint brushes, right? 3M makes a pet lint brush. It's for heavy duty dog hair, and it's clear and it works beautifully to pick up the fine lettering. And if you also have Glad press and seal laying around, if you're not doing anything real intensive, that'll work in a pinch. So if you stack vinyl, does it have to be the same type? Yes, you cannot layer glitter vinyl, whether it's glitter pressure sensitive vinyl or glitter heat transfer vinyl. They just don't like each other. There's not enough grippy surface with the pebbly part of the glitter to hang on to themselves. But if you're talking about, if I have like Cricut vinyl and I have Oracal vinyl, they probably will layer. I just don't know how long one would last and one would not last. That's it. Yeah, thank you, Joanne. I know we're streaming on 2 different platforms, which is kind of new and kind of exciting, but we'll see. But when we go to do the class, we're going to be inside Amy Sews, right? It'll be through YouTube, but nobody else can see it except you guys because that's what you pay for. The unboxing are just fun. And I'm so excited about the weeding pens. And then, so this is December, then February will be the next box. So I have to hurry home from my cruise and get the boxes, get the boxes out. Zach's wife, Jamie, does a good job packing and making sure everything is in there. So that's where we're at. All right. Anybody have any other questions? Oh, we broke 100. Yay! Since we'll be using the tan blade. Okay, so here we go. Since we're using the tan blade, we'll be using the fabric mat also. That's a hard no. That fabric mat, oh man, if fly paper was industrial, that would be that mat. So on the back of your vinyl, you see that grid? That's paper. And if you put this paper, because you cut pretty side up with the pressure sensitive vinyl, that paper would never come off your fabric mat. So I am back to cutting fabric with my black blade. That's going to be the next box. Actually, you're going to get, we're going to do a fabric project. But no, we're going to use our standard tack mat. And if things get weird, you can put a little basting spray or something on the back of your vinyl. But a super sticky mat will eat the paper and then you'll never get it off again, which is sad. Any hints on the next class? Look at you. So the answer is sure, why not? So the next class, I got these beautiful spring Dunroven towels. Tea towels are 100% cotton. And we're going to do a nice little spring, I don't want to say Eastery, but bunny flowers, something super cute. And the adhesive I'm going to send you is permanent. You don't have to sew it. But if you want to sew it, you can do that. I think I'm going to throw in a basic applique class because what I don't know, I need to send you guys a survey. How many people sew? Some of these people just, some of you just craft, right? Yeah, some of you just craft. Are we supposed to join Canvas? So Myrna, I have a couple that say they don't have computers, which is fine. You do not have to have Canvas. I have the online version. The account is free. And then I have the downloaded version on my PC, which gives me a little more flexibility as far as fonts and things go. But you don't have to have it. What I'm sending you, you can just print out and then scan it in and make it happen. If you don't have a printer, call me or text me and I'll figure something out. I can email you well, that doesn't help. If you don't have a computer, you don't have email. We'll figure it out if you get stuck. But oh good, I love you sew and embroider. I know. Perfect. It's good. I'm glad you guys have embroidery because I'm hoping part of this tea towel we're going to transition in how the Luminaire or how Brother sewing machines, I should say that, Brother embroidery machines, Baby Lock embroidery machines kind of work with the scan and cut. So you know how to make your cut files for all your appliques because we know the In the Hoop Queen, Reen Wilcoxon from Embroidery Garden you got to cut 400 pieces to make the cutest things, but you might as well cut them out on your scan and cut. So that's what we're here for. Perfect. Yeah. Oh, thank you guys for mentioning that. I feel better now. I wasn't not quite sure. When I started this, I was never expecting the overwhelming response. So like all things I do, I work backwards. And so we'll finally get it right. We'll finally get it right. All right. So how, everybody okay? Any more questions? We're super good. So we have a question. Let's see. Oh, good. So perfect. I use a zigzag pen on my low tech mat. This is sticky parts. So if your mat is too sticky, so here is what I do, and I take like my t-shirt and I just blot it on myself to ease some of that stick up. And then like 10 cuts later, you're like, dang, my mat's not sticky. So you go back to using some spray or something like that. Let's see, Joanne had a question. Let's see, what do you absolute must have mats? Well, all right, that's a dangerous question because first of all, I'll say I'm spoiled. But my 12 by 12, I have the fabric mat, standard cut mat. And honestly, the standard mat turns into a light tack mat down the road. If you're a paper crafter, make all your mats light tack mats because you don't need anything stickier than that. But for fabric, I love the fabric mat if I'm not using any kind of fusible. So that's that. But the 12 by 24 mat comes in huge, huge. When I'm cutting out like a whole quilt of something, if I need 50 leaves, I cut out 50 leaves on that 12 by 24 mat and I actually set it on the floor and then just let it go. I talked to Zach today, who is kind of runs the repair department here. Also, full disclosure, is my child, about doing cleaning your scan and cut and doing a roll feeder class. The roll feeder is a whole different animal. And again, I know that's only a DX product. But if you want to cut pressure sensitive vinyl, because it's already on its carrier sheet, 6 feet long to do a sign, you need to have your roll feeder. If you don't have a roll feeder, let me know. We can come up with one for you. Some of you got them included. So cleaning your mat, someone said baby wipes. So that is good everyday maintenance. When I'm done and my mat is all funky, my mat's over there, I do take the baby wipes and I get the schmutz off of it, like the little thread tails and some extra spray or something like that. But that's back to that Zig pen, ZIG pen, or I use I don't like the Sulky 505 as much, but there's a new basting spray out. I just ordered it. And let's see what happens as far as the sticks go. I know the roll feeder is kind of people have them and then have no clue, but then you don't cut something 6 foot long. And the only thing it cuts is pressure sensitive vinyl. Maybe I'll have Zach do that so we can just post it with that. Yeah, I'll convince him. I'll see if we can get that done by the 21st. He's got 2 little boys and Christmas is, kind of a popular subject right now. They're just 6 and 9 and they're bouncing off the walls. So, but yeah, we can take a look at the roll, even if he just records it, and then I just stick it up there. I don't know if we can get him to do live anything. So anyhow, so that is the scoop. So, but if you're going to buy vinyl, buy good vinyl. I know that some of the craft stores have it, but I know a lot of brother dealers are also carrying the vinyl. So, I'm all about supporting your local brother dealer, sewing machine dealer. We've lost so many through the pandemic, and it scares me a little bit. But I will tell you, I love this industry and I wouldn't do anything else. Some of the best people on the planet are people who love sewing and embroidery, people who create the machines and do everything. So I would not do anything else. Will I be doing the box openings from now on? Yes. And we have a couple newbies that join. So yes, we always do the second Tuesday is always so I'll start over. The first week, we try to get all the boxes out, right? And we know there's a scheduling issue from coast to coast right now, but we're trying. Second Tuesday is always the live box opening. So we'll show you what's in there, what we're going to do, give you a couple hints, to ask questions, that kind of thing. And then the 21st, the third Tuesday is always our live class. When we hang up the computer, the recorded class is right there inside of Amy Sews. So you can watch it at any time. As long as you remember, you have access to all the other classes that you may have missed. Can you order products from me? Sure. If there's something you need, by gosh, just, you got my text number now. Hey, Ed. Hey, Wardo. Can you type in the text number? Can you type in the text number? The text number? Yeah, it'll type in the text number, and you just type in that number like you're texting somebody, and in the comment just put SNC, and you go right into the scan and cut. So when I go live, I post a class, something like that. The emails are getting harder to get to everybody between the new, if you're an Apple owner and the new Apple iOS is brutal. Let's see, happy camper. That's right, Joanne. There's no business like sew business. Joanne does a beautiful job with her live show and her blog and everything. But yes, the items we sell are at amybachman.com. I'm not going to scare anybody, but we're going to be moving some platforms around. And again, we never expected the response between this and the Serger box. I am so blessed and grateful. and we have to figure it out. Okay, so our roll feeder 1 and 2 on the download site, what's the difference? Mimi, that is a dang good question. I'm going to have to look into it. I think 2 was an upgraded version of 1. I think they may have made a few corrections. I think they are identical. They go on the same way. I think just like anything else, there was a tweak involved. But so that's kind of where that is. So anyhow. So the next, let's see that. Yeah, little hint. We are going to do fabric, but here's a rundown of some of the things. Now, really, we're only doing these every other month because, my gosh, there's so much to do, right? You just couldn't do one every month and keep up. So besides, like, we know we're going to do fabric next month. We have, and I have been ordering like a mad person to make sure I have inventory for everything. So we're going to be doing crystals. We're going to be doing foils and glue pens and calligraphy pens and just the regular writing pens. Let's say I had a whole list of stuff, but there's so much we can do. And we're just going to continue because even though we did a pressure sensitive vinyl class here, 10 months from now, we could do another one. But, heat transfer vinyl, we're going to make a little t-shirt or something like that is in the works. And so I've been ordering like crazy because, as you know, like to try to get 400 of anything, 600 of anything has been a little on the sketchy side. I know crystals are going to be fun. That's probably going to be after fabric. I just got everything in, and you could tell by the pens, everybody needs it. They're not for everybody. I know that, but anyhow, we're good. Oh wait, Joanne, I think answered my question. Number 2 has the leader sheet. Thank you, Miss Brother Ambassador. Yes, so there's a little leader sheet to help you tuck something in and feed it easier instead of kind of wasting vinyl going in. Good job, Joanne. I knew there was something going on. That's how sad it is because they're probably back there in a box. I haven't touched the things. It feels so bad. So we need to get the kits. Yes and no. Yes, I love having all the kits, right? It is what it is. What I'm going to send you is something ready to cut out and then show you in Canvas how to, well, you can't plot crystals in Canvas until you have the kit. So if you have access to the kit, by all means, snatch one up. The premium functions give you a lot of flexibility, but I'm going to send you the crystals and the transfer sheets and the flocking and everything you need to make something. I'm going to send you ready to cut. And then you can go from there. If you want to wait to see like, oh, I hate this, or, whoo, this is fun, to get your kit, that's fine. If you get a kit, that's awesome. I'll show you how to plot your own crystals. Let's see. Yeah, check it. Let's see, John at Snyder's in York, PA. Tiffany at Quilter's Corners in Methodian, Virginia. They also carry a lot of scan and cut stuff. And but yes, if you have a local brother dealer where you bought your scan and cut, they would probably appreciate it if you popped in. So this is the text number. So all you have to do, don't make any other comments. Just type in that number like you're sending me a text and just put SNC in the comments and you'll go automatically into the group. I'm not going to abuse it. I'm going to let you know when I go live. I'm going to let you know when maybe I pop a new video up, something exciting happens. I'm very cautious of West Coast time. You won't get anything too early. And you can always opt out and say stop. I say one thing though, it's going to ask you your birthday. And the reason it asks your birthday is because of FCC filings to make sure that I'm not throwing stuff out there for children underage that I shouldn't be. So that's FCC compliant. And it's going to ask you that permission for a third party. I'm your third party. I am paying this company to hold your information. Nothing gets sold. Nothing gets passed out there. I won't be selling car warranties or offering you financing on anything. I promise. I promise. Love the Coast Guard emblem. Yes, Ed was in the Coast Guard and he was on a icebreaker between the Arctic and the Antarctic. So he had a very kind of fun, I guess, nowhere in no man's land, his whole Coast Guard career. So Can you give it? Oh, so here, names of dealers of purchase kits. So Judy, if you want to text me your zip code or what town you're in, I'll track one down for you, and we'll find you a good one that you can deal with. That's for sure. Yeah, we definitely can go there. I know a lot of you get your what we call mass market machines, whether they're on HSN or whether they're online, different places. So, please, okay, so please repeat the description of the Caesar Easyweed. So Caesar Easyweed, this is Caesar Easyweed, and it's it looks like it's Caesar, but it's pronounced Caesar, okay? And it is a high quality, it's not stretchy, inexpensive vinyl. I bought some at the dollar store across the street, and I went to weed it, and it kept coming off the release paper, and it was so stretchy. My letters were all kind of creepy looking. So, but the adhesive is really high end, so it's going to stick well. So this is the Caesar Easyweed, and then this is the Caesar Easyweed, and then the Oracal, the 651, is the other. This is the pressure sensitive. I mean, the outdoor, right? That's what you have. Kind of, it's permanent. You could think of it that way. But the Caesar Easyweed and the Oracal are both super high quality things. Let's see. Yeah, the Coast Guard. Joanne's nephew was in the Coast Guard. I will say they definitely are kind of understated as far as the amazing things they do. Like the lady that drove her car into the Niagara River about 200 feet from Niagara Falls, and the Coast Guard diver came in the helicopter, got in that water, got her out of the water. I mean, like some of that stuff Ed's attached all these Facebook groups and stuff. It's pretty awesome stuff. How do I get to you shop? So, Katie, it's amybachman.com if you want to do the website. But I'm right, if you're in the neighborhood, I'm right off of Route 79 on Route 19 and in Harmony, PA, which is Zillionople. So I'm 30 minutes outside the city of Pittsburgh. We can do you. All right, so Brenda, whose husband Jerry works here. Oracle 351 is great for walls, right? But you need not plaster walls. Yes. So 351 is the indoor stuff. 651 is the outdoor. And I think the 681 maybe is the marine vinyl, which is permanent. Like if you want to, if you have a yacht and you want to put your name on your yacht, that's what you're going to use. I think that would have to be a special order anywhere though, with that. So anyhow. Yes, I know. Okay. Oh, thank you, Dee. All right, kiddos, I think we are good to go. Any last minute questions? And one of these days, I'm going to find glasses that I can see the camera and I can see the screen and not take them off. It's awesome. Hi, Juju. Hey, girl. Oh my gosh, I know. This is so good. Good to know. But having plaster walls, I have plaster walls too, and really nothing sticks to plaster. There's so much moisture in it; it just kind of all falls off. Except wallpaper. Like you put wallpaper up, and you can't get it off no matter what. You want to put something else up there, it just falls right off. Wallpaper. Last class we cut wallpaper, right? When we were cutting the luminaires, wallpaper is a fun thing to cut if you want to put on your walls, like the like contact paper makes a light release now that's a temporary. You can cut all kinds of stuff like that. It's kind of the same thing. Please share. I know, isn't it awful? Like I had cataracts done at 50, and now like I got to find those trifocals, Nancy. It's just a matter of getting to the dang eye doctor. I put myself last, but that's okay. We'll be fine. We'll make it happen. I can pick a sign off at 6 miles away, but I just can't see 2 inches in front of my face. Can we play this video again? Yes, I'm just going to leave it up there. You can watch it all day long if you want. All right, give it a couple hearts and thumbs up, and we can keep growing our community. And I hope we don't grow too much next month because I only have enough towels. Okay, Marilyn, can't wait for the next class. All right, everybody. Yep, I'll see you Tuesday, the 21st at 6 p.m. almost time for, Santa Claus to pop in. What, Ed? Eastern, 6 p.m. Eastern, correct. Oh, gosh, I'll have to call you, Joanne, and see what the best one for the computer. I know it's awful. It's awful. All right, everybody. I think it's time to say good night. Who was it? Carol Burnett? Did saying something? I'll figure that out next one. All right, everybody. Have a terrific evening and happy cutting.